Good morning everybody, and Friday, end of the week. Who could believe it, another week's passed. Weekend after this, so usually we would be looking for things to do at the weekend, but although we're allowed to do some things, not as many things as we would like. So we would probably have got in the car and gone a wee drive down somewhere and did a wee walk along the beach. No, still not allowed to do that, but at least we can, if we want, go and play golf or bowling or fishing. So I'm just going to spend the day wondering which of these three things I might take up. Probably not any of them, I don't think. But I hope if you like these sports, then you're able to get on the golf course. Bill's friend George, who's a really keen golfer, was on the golf course at what time this morning? 9:30 this morning. So he's already probably at the third or fourth hole. So he was out the trap as fast as he could, and he is on the golf course already. So if you're keen like George, you might already be on the bowling green, but otherwise you can do these things. One or two other things we can do now, but not really anything that takes us too far away from our nearby area. So you can meet some friends up to 8. If you live in England, only 6, but Nicola's allowed us to have up to 8 family now, as long as we're outside in the garden or the park. So hopefully today you might be able to see some family that you haven't seen for a wee while. We need to go a wee bit further to see ours, so that won't be for a wee while yet, I don't think. And that was our wee Brodie, 5 months yesterday, so who can believe it? 5 months yesterday, and he's really fairly coming on, so hopefully we'll get to see him soon. So I'm going to read this morning another from the Old Testament, and I'm going to read from Exodus chapter 2, and it's about the birth of Moses. So during this time, a man from the tribe of Levi married a woman of his own tribe, and she bore him a son. When she saw what a fine baby he was, she hid him for 3 months. But when she could not hide him any longer, she took a basket made of reeds and covered it with tar to make it watertight. She put the baby in it and then placed it in the tall grass at the edge of the river. The baby's sister stood some distance away to see what would happen to him. The king's daughter came down to the river to bathe. While her servants walked along the bank, suddenly she noticed the basket in the tall grass and sent a slave woman to get it. The princess opened it and saw a baby boy. He was crying, and she felt sorry for him. "This is one of the Hebrew babies," she said. Then his sister asked, "Shall I go and get a Hebrew woman to nurse the baby for you?" "Please do," she answered. So the girl went and brought the baby's own mother. The princess told the woman, "Take this baby and nurse him for me, and I will pay you." So she took the baby and nursed him. Later, when the child was old enough, she took him to the king's daughter, who adopted him as her own son. She said to herself, "I pulled him out of the water, so I will name him Moses." So there's lots more about Moses' story, which we might have some of next week, but you can find the rest of it there in Exodus chapter 2 and so on in Exodus after that. So God bless this reading of his word, and hopefully we'll hear a wee bit more about Moses next week. Can I just remind you that usually on a Sunday our own church services put on our website and Facebook page, but this week the new moderator, the Right Reverend Martin Fair, is holding a special service for Pentecost, and he is hoping that this will be for people, Church of Scotland and all people beyond. So it's a Pentecostal service, or a service for Pentecostal Sunday on Sunday, and it starts at 10 o'clock on the Church of Scotland website. If you have Facebook, it will also be on there, I think, but if you don't see it at 10 o'clock, you can go on to the Church of Scotland website any time after that during the day, and you should find the service there. So don't worry that it's at 10 o'clock and then you miss it. If you go on at 1 o'clock, you should find it. If you go on in the evening, you should find it. But it does start at 10 o'clock. So if you can join in at 10 o'clock, it means that you will be joining in with everyone else at that time. But afterwards, you can still join in the worship at any time during the day. So if you can do that on Sunday, then that would be great. Also on a Sunday night, the Church of Scotland have been asking people to join in prayer at 7 o'clock, and I think they're still doing that this week, although I don't think we've seen that yet this week. But if that's the case, we'll put it on and we'll let people see that. So same again, hope everybody's good. Everybody seems to be fine, enjoying the good weather. Actually, I've spoken to quite a number of people this week from our church family, and everybody seems to be doing well. Take care, everybody. If you're stuck, give us a phone. We'll help you out with anything at all. And otherwise, have a good weekend, and we'll see you all on Monday. See you then. Bye.